Hello again, friends. It's good to see you here. Before we begin today's reflection, I invite you to take one calm breath, in and out. You don't need to do anything special. Just be here. Just listen. Peace is not something we earn, buy, or win. It is already here, quiet still beneath the noise. But the mind plays tricks. It sets subtle traps. And in falling for them, we forget who we are. Today I'll share with you 7 hidden mental traps that may be quietly stealing your peace. And how, through the lens of Buddhist wisdom, we can begin to see through them. Let us begin. The first trap is the need to control. We often believe that if we can manage every outcome, we will finally feel calm, safe, at peace. So we grip tightly to plans, to people, to expectations. But life does not follow our script. It flows like water, and water slips through clenched fists. The Buddha taught that everything is anicca, impermanent. Peace doesn't come from resisting this truth, but from accepting it. Letting go is not weakness. It's a kind of wisdom. Like a tree that bends with the wind, not because it gives up, but because it knows how to stay rooted. When we soften our grip, we discover a surprising truth. Control was never the source of peace. Presence was. The second trap is turning the mind against itself. It whispers, "You're not enough. You should have done better." We call it honesty, but it is harsh and cold and unkind. Cruelty, even when inward, does not purify the heart. In the Buddhist tradition, we are taught metta, loving kindness, not just for others, but for ourselves. Try this. When your mind turns sharp, speak to yourself the way you would to a dear friend, gently, warmly, with presence, not punishment. Healing begins the moment we stop making ourselves wrong for being human. Now we come to the third trap, the habit of comparison. We scroll, we observe, we measure. Am I doing enough? Why don't I look like that? Why isn't my life like theirs? Comparison makes us smaller. It poisons our joy. But there is another way, mudita, the joy in another's joy. To celebrate someone else's light doesn't dim your own. You are not behind. You are not less. Your path is yours. Let it unfold like a flower, without rushing, without judgment. The moon never compares herself to the stars. And still, she shines. The fourth trap is the spinning wheel of thought. We believe if we just think long enough, we'll find certainty. So we plan, we analyze, we rehearse, we reploy. But clarity rarely comes from more noise. It arises in stillness. The Buddha taught sati, mindfulness, the art of returning to the present moment. Try this. When the mind begins to swirl, come back to the breath. Inhale, exhale. Let the present moment catch you. You don't need to solve everything. Sometimes peace is what appears when you stop trying to figure it all out. The fifth trap is avoiding what hurts. We numb, distract, postpone, thinking, if I don't look at it, maybe it will go away. But suffering that is buried still grows roots. Buddhist practice invites us to turn toward pain with awareness, not to drown in it, but to meet it gently. There's a practice called rain. Recognize what is here. Allow it to exist. Investigate with curiosity. Nurture with kindness. Often the very thing we fear is a part of us waiting to be seen. And when we turn toward it with love, it begins to loosen its grip. The sixth trap is the impossible standard of perfection. We believe If I'm flawless, then I'll be loved. Then I'll rest. But perfection is a moving target, and the chase is exhausting. Buddhism teaches that the lotus blooms in the mud. Awakening does not come through being spotless, but through being real. You are not a problem to solve. You are not broken. You are a living being in progress, learning, growing, changing. And that is more than enough. Peace is not the reward for perfection. It is the gift of presence. And the final trap is resisting change. We cling to what used to be. We fear what's coming. We hold our breath, hoping time will pause. But life doesn't pause. It flows, it shifts, it evolves, moment by moment. The Buddha taught that anicca, change, is not something to fear. It is the truth of existence. Every tree, every wave, every breath is in motion. And when we resist that movement, we suffer. But when we flow with it, letting go of what has passed, opening to what is, peace returns. It always does. These traps are not flaws. They are old habits of the mind. They form quietly, without blame. But awareness changes everything. You don't need to force your way out of these traps. Just notice. Just breathe. Just return. And if this reflection brought you calm, or helped you see a little more clearly, I invite you to support this space. Like this video, subscribe if you feel called, and share a comment below. I'd love to hear what resonated with you. Until next time, may you be well. May you be peaceful. And may you remember, your true nature is already whole.